Imagine this: a royal family with no real power, no army, no control over government, no authority to make laws. Yet, millions of people around the world still watch their every move. Not out of fear, but out of respect. This is the British royal family, and the reason they still exist might surprise you. Many people believe the British royal family still rules the country, that the king controls the government, that royal decisions shape politics. This belief is completely wrong. Here is the truth. The British royal family has no governing power. They do not make laws. They do not control the army. They do not decide national policy. So why does the world still pay such close attention to them? Why do global media follow every royal wedding, every royal speech, every royal scandal? The answer lies beyond politics. Unlike many former monarchies, the British royal family did not disappear. They transformed. Today, they are one of the most powerful, symbolic institutions on Earth. Their image can influence tourism. Their words can shape public mood. Their presence can represent a nation without choosing sides. This is why a family with no legal authority still holds global attention. And this leads to a much bigger question. If the monarchy holds no real power, why does modern Britain continue to protect it? To answer that, we must understand what the monarchy truly represents. To truly understand why the British monarchy still exists, we must look back to where it all began. More than 1,000 years ago, England was not the nation we know today. It was a fragile kingdom, divided by tribes, constant warfare, and shifting alliances. In that world, the monarchy was not symbolic. It was absolute. The king was the law. The king commanded the army. The king controlled land, wealth, and the fate of his people. For centuries, the survival of England depended on strong monarchs, kings who could defend the realm, kings who could unite rival factions, kings who ruled by authority and fear. But absolute power never lasts forever. As England grew stronger, so did its people. Trade expanded, cities grew, education spread, and with it, new ideas began to emerge. Ideas about rights, representation, and limits on royal power. One of the most important turning points in British history came in the year 1215. King John was forced to sign the Magna Carta. For the first time, a British monarch officially accepted that his power was not unlimited, that even the king was subject to the law. This single moment changed the course of history, not just for Britain, but for the modern world. Over the centuries that followed, the balance of power continued to shift. Parliament grew stronger. The monarchy grew weaker. But instead of collapsing, the system adapted. The most dramatic moment came in the 17th century. England descended into civil war. The conflict ended with something unthinkable. A British king was executed. King Charles I lost his head in 1649. This was a shock that echoed across Europe. A clear message that monarchs were no longer untouchable. Yet even after this, the monarchy returned. But it returned changed. From that point onward, British kings and queens ruled with Parliament, not above it. By the 19th century, another transformation occurred. The British Empire expanded across the globe, and the monarchy became the face of that empire. Queen Victoria did not rule by command. She ruled by image. She became a symbol of stability, moral authority, and continuity. During a time of rapid industrial change, this marked a crucial evolution. Power was no longer enforced. It was represented. The 20th century tested the monarchy like never before. 2 world wars, economic collapse, The fall of empires. Many royal families across Europe disappeared during this period, but the British monarchy survived. Why? Because it made a final, decisive transformation. It embraced the role of a constitutional monarchy. Political power was handed fully to elected leaders. The monarchy stepped back, but it did not step away. Instead, it became a national symbol, a constant presence, above politics. During war, the royal family stayed in Britain. During crisis, they appeared alongside the people, not as rulers, but as representatives. This long process was not accidental. It was survival through adaptation. From absolute rulers to constitutional figures, from commanders to symbols, the British monarchy learned a lesson many others did not. To survive history, you must change with it. And this understanding leads us directly to the next question. If the monarchy has already surrendered its political power, what purpose does it serve today? That is what we will explore in the next part. In the modern world, power is no longer measured only by armies or laws. Today, power is influence. Influence over attention. Influence over perception. Influence over culture. And this is where the British monarchy found its new role. Unlike political leaders, the royal family does not campaign. They do not argue policy. They do not take sides. Yet their presence is followed by millions. Every royal wedding becomes a global event. Every royal funeral is watched worldwide. Every public appearance is analyzed, discussed, and remembered. This is not coincidence. The British monarchy has mastered something rare. Soft power. Soft power is the ability to influence without force, without threats, without commands, through symbols, through tradition, through image. Few institutions in the world understand this better than the British royal family. Consider this. A single royal ceremony can reshape global attention towards Britain for days or even weeks. Tourism increases. Media coverage explodes. Cultural influence expands. This makes the monarchy one of Britain's most effective global assets. But influence comes with risk. The modern world is relentless. Every royal action is recorded. Every word is scrutinized. Every mistake is magnified. Unlike the past, royals cannot hide behind palace walls. They exist. In the age of social media, this has led to moments of immense popularity and moments of deep crisis. The death of Princess Diana in 1997 changed the monarchy forever. Public grief turned into public anger. For the first time, the royal family was criticized for appearing distant, unemotional, out of touch. The message was clear. Symbolic power must feel human. Since then, the monarchy has adapted again. Public communication increased. Media access expanded. Royal members became more visible, more personal, more relatable. But modernization has its limits. Scandals, family conflicts, and public criticism continue to test the institution. Some question whether the monarchy still belongs in a modern democracy. Others argue that it remains essential for national identity. This tension is not a weakness. It is the reality of a historic institution living in a modern world. And this brings us to the most important question yet. Is the British monarchy still relevant today? And if it is, what value does it truly provide? That is what we will explore in the next part. At this point, a reasonable question arises. Why does Britain still maintain a royal family? In the 21st century, is it tradition or something more? To answer this, we must separate emotion from function. Let us begin with the most practical aspect. Economics. Each year, the British monarchy generates enormous economic value. Millions of tourists visit the United Kingdom because of royal history. They come to see Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, the Tower of London. These sites are not just buildings. They are living symbols. Tourism linked to the monarchy supports hotels, restaurants, local businesses, and thousands of jobs. But economic value is only part of the picture. The monarchy also provides something far less measurable: stability. In a political system where governments change, leaders rise and fall, and policies shift, the monarchy remains constant. This continuity creates a sense of reassurance. It reminds citizens that the nation is larger than any single government. Beyond stability, there is identity. Britain is a modern state, but it is also an ancient one. The monarchy embodies that rare balance, modern yet historic. This is why many Britons see the royal family as a unifying symbol, not because they rule, but because they endure. There is also a global dimension. The British monarchy plays a unique role in international perception. Royal visits, ceremonies, and state events carry diplomatic weight. They allow Britain to project influence without political confrontation. This is soft power in its purest form. However, this value is not without debate. Critics argue that the monarchy is outdated, that public funds should not support an unelected institution. These concerns are not ignored. They are part of an ongoing national conversation. And this conversation itself is evidence of something important. The monarchy is not imposed. It exists because a majority continues to accept it. And acceptance is not blind loyalty. It is a calculation, a judgment, that the benefits outweigh the cost. This balance between tradition and practicality is what defines the British monarchy today. Which brings us to the final question: not whether the monarchy has value, but whether it can continue to earn it. That question will shape its future. And that is what we will examine next.